Man blank. ये भी खाली है. ये भी खाली तो है. Nothing here. Same here. Nothing here. Karuna, Karuna, Karuna. हाँ हाँ करुणा, शर्माओ नहीं. You must sing now.
I always liked the girl on the side of the picture. The one in the dress. The one whose love story it wasn't. Unlike the girl who got the guy, her eyes were always shining, but not with tears. She seemed always ready for a laugh, for a song, for a good time. They told me her name was Sandra.
When I sing, people say wow. I sing for dance bands, I sing for beat groups. In Konkani shows
I was told that I would find Sandra in Bandra. I didn't see her anywhere, but she certainly seemed to be the rage.
Among the Mahim boys, the concept of a Bandra girl was very, very different and very, very special. The basic fundamental duty of every boy was to get wheels, heavy gogs, and then you could get a Bandra chick.
The Bandra girls were more westernized. Many of them were so-called convent educated. Since they were in fact among the first to join working life, this connotation of Sandra from Bandra that, okay, they were in a way like to socialize and like to party and they in a way were fashion conscious. They liked music. They liked to dance. It all got, I think, in a way encapsulated in this phrase that Sandra from Bandra was a type of girl who characterized all this.
The missionaries arrived in Bandra between 1575 and 1600, and the people embraced Christianity. In the Church of St. Andrews, you have my family records for the last 400 years. Bandra began to have a kind of a Catholic atmosphere. Roads were named after saints. People were calling their children after saints, or like traditional Christian names. But then there came a time when names like Bandra were used. Sandra, sorry. We do not know what Sandra means. It appeared as a kind of a fashionable name that persons would like to give their child.
What was his name actually?
Sheikh Zakiuddin.
The Jeff name was gifted to us by somebody.
Who?
He was a Catholic.
The chairman, he's a dirty beggar. 3 times I told him, don't climb the tree to look at my sass. Leave my sass alone, man. I asked him again and again, but he didn't listen. So I gave him a hit straight on the face like. The beggar began to cry like a baby, man. And he begged me like, but I didn't listen. I told him, you look at my sass and I'll break your bones and balls. English makes you tall. If you know English, you can wear a suit boot, do an electrician's course, or take a diploma in radio and refrigeration technology. You can become a chef at the Taj Mahal Hotel or a steno at Hindustan Lever. If you know English, you can ask a girl for a dance. You can lean Eileen Alba against the locked door of the terrace and press against her, squeeze her boobs and kiss her on the mouth. Put your tongue inside it while slipping your hand under her dress.
So, did you ever get to kiss Eileen Alba?
Oh, I wish I could have kissed her. Good Lord, I dreamt of it and I yearned for her. For repressed Maharashtrians and Indians like me, Jesus Christ, this was where heaven began.
There's no differentiation, you know, it's just Christians, you know. Whereas each of the Christian communities has a very different culture. But the ideas of sort of meat eating, wine guzzling, you know. And partly the images, tourist images of Goa have made that worse. My grandfather was very orthodox. He didn't approve of, you know, he had to know everything about anybody before they so much as came over, you know. So the question of going out with anybody didn't arise. It was a very orthodox community. Many Catholic girls, because they wear a dress or seem very free in their behavior, it's assumed they're free in their morals, you know, which is not the same thing at all.
Look at me, I'm Sandra D, lousy with virginity. Won't go to bed till I'm legally wed. I can't, I'm Sandra D. Watch it.
Well, you can't say they didn't try. Mamas never mentioned menses. A nun screamed, "You vulgar girl, don't say brassiers, say bracelets." She pinned paper sleeves onto our sleeveless dresses. The preacher thundered, "Never go with a man alone, never alone. And even if you're engaged, only passionless kisses." At 16, Phoebe asked me, "Can it happen when you're in a dance hall? I mean, you know what? Getting preggers and all that, when you're dancing." I, 16, assured her you could.
Sandra, Sandra. Her name was on everyone's lips. Everyone seemed to know about her. But I still haven't seen the girl I know from the side of the picture. Is she naughty or is she nice? And anyway, where is Sandra?
Glory to God in the highest. Glory to God in the highest. And there be peace and joy for all. In whom He is pleased. Glory.
I'm Sandra Patel. I've come to sing for the 9 o'clock Mass, which we do normally every Sunday. Hello, Sandra. How are you? Oh, yes, I just finished. Bye-bye.
My name is Sandra from Bandra. There are 4 Sandras in this building, but there were different surnames and each one on a different floor.
So, you're a Sandra from Bandra?
Not really. I was a Sandra from Mahim. I got married in Bandra, so I became Sandra from Bandra. What is people's idea of Sandra from Bandra?
There are 2 ideas. One is it's a very religious girl who's very
religious. Okay.
So you don't think that's the idea?
Maybe. Yeah, I am religious. I go to church every day, I do, but it's not a religious name. Okay.
And the other idea is it's a very racy girl, a good time girl.
Good time girl I've heard of. I've definitely heard of the good time girl. But the religious... But it all depends what you think is good time girl. If you... there are two ways of good time. One good time is you just want to have a good time. You want to be social, you want to mix around, whatever. And the other good time is the Hindi word for chalu.
I am Bobby. मुझसे दोस्ती करोगे? This is my daughter Julie, Mr. Misra.
The other women definitely didn't go to work. And see what happened, the men were all communities. The women were only Christians. And they were the only people that they could make fun of. While now, they cannot make fun only of the Christians because everybody is working and everyone has a free life. So it all depends on each one's morals. I wouldn't, like I say, they can make fun of Sandras, they can make fun of secretaries, they can do anything, but it all depends on what you are.
Sandra from Bandra, you know, the way they tease, like the way they say it, sometimes I don't like it. But sometimes they make it into a joke, like when you go for a party, they say, oh, there's Sandra from Bandra. So I say, okay, yes, I am Sandra from Bandra. And some of them say, really, are you from Bandra? I said, really, I'm from Bandra. You can take my address and you can come and check it out.
Is that you?
Yeah, the middle one.
Oh my God, you look completely different.
Different. Here also I am. Here I am again, all these.
You look like a typical Catholic girl.
Yeah, typical.
Like a Westerner you would look when going to church or any function or anything with that cap and all that. Nowadays children don't bother. Now that even when you go for a special Sunday mass or anything, nowadays children even a t-shirt they're not particular about, oh, on a Sunday mass we should dress well. Anything chalta like that.
Yeah, it's very typical. You could tell. You're East Indian, you're Goan and you're Bangalore Indian.
And did you ever make fun of each other?
No.
Yes.
No. What?
And the frocks tended to be a bit funny because, you know, you'd have all these bulges and stuff and still with tight frocks. So, you know, you'd love to point that out.
And what did you think about being called Sandra? What was it like?
I hated my name. All through school, I hated my name. I think it was mostly the teasing and stuff, you know, because people just tended to look on you as a Sandra from Bandra, nothing else beyond that, you know, that was your identity. What is your name? Sandra. Where do you live? Bandra. What do you eat? Bhangra. How do you walk? Langra. I hate it, still do. I would look at, you know, these, when I got older, these columns of people change their names. Yeah, and I would think, yeah, I'm going to do that when I am old enough.
I am Sandra from Bandra, whether you like it or not, and whether anybody likes it or not.
But I thought your name was Ritu.
I think that's just by the way, but they'll say I'm Sandra from Bandra. Or with a slight Punjabi touch, Sandra from Bandra. I think it's more of a feeling than being part of a community in terms of, you know, East Indian or originally born and brought up here and baptized here or whatever. So that's why I just feel that I'm Sandra from Bandra.
That's a great saying, you know, Sandra from Bandra, but there's no such person. There's a lot of Sandras, but not Sandra from Bandra.
When people say Sandra from Bandra, who are they talking about?
The common girl like me. I am a Sandra from Bandra. I could say, though my name is Ninette. We stayed near Mount Mary Steps. Now, of course, we sold it and all. We were only two girls and we moved out of Bandra. There are a lot of people from Bandra have shifted to Bandra, Malad. But still that, you know, that what I used to have it over here, I feel that my children don't have in Malad.
What was that thing which you had here?
friendship people, and there were a lot of, I suppose there were a lot of Christians those days, which have moved abroad now. But I suppose it's the old Bandra feeling.
Darling, open the door, darling, open the door. Why are you angry so? Darling, open the door, darling, open the door. Why are you angry so? I will take you to Bandra and show you my Sandra. Why are you angry so? I will take you to Bandra and show you my Sandra. Why are you angry so? Darling, open the door, darling, open the door. Why are you angry so?
We are all secretaries.
Majority secretary.
Most of us, yeah.
What kind of offices are you working?
I'm working for ACC Cement Company.
And where did you learn to be a secretary? Where did you study?
I had done my course in Burnley's Commercial College. I had done a secretarial course. Eden College. That's in Dobitalau.
I studied with St. Clair's, Bandra.
You're Sandra from Bandra. The film is on Sandra from Bandra.
But now Sandra has moved to Malad. Now Sandra has moved to Malad.
Maybe Sandra isn't in Bandra anymore. But there's a little bit of Sandra in each of us. In the part of us that likes to throw our heads back and laugh. The part that runs to catch the train to work. The part that likes to swish our skirts when we dance. That's where Sandra is.
Wow, wow, wow.